What up? This is Rob from Machine Head. You're kicking it here listening to only the heaviest on the Warlock's domain. See ya.
This is Marcello for the Warlock's Domain, and I'm sitting here with the notorious BONZ from Stuck Mojo, and he's alive and well, he's not shot, and he went on Jenny Craig, so he lost like about 400 pounds, so he's okay. I'm here with Bones from Stuck Mojo, and they're here to promote their new album, Pig Walk, playing tonight with Type O Negative. How's it going, man?
Going excellent day. Thank you very much for having us on the Warlock Show.
No problem. Okay, let me ask you first
You
something.
guys are really Warlocks.
Not me.
Conjure up something tonight. I need some medicine. I broke my ankles last week, man, like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know.
I need to conjure up some healing powers.
I can go down the street to this corner I know and conjure up something, maybe make you take your mind off that pain, but I don't know about any kind of magical. Some people say it's magic. I don't know, but it'll cost you about $20. But you know, and you know, you might feel something in the morning, but so let me first ask you, first of all, how'd you get the name? Pig Walk is the name of your new album.
Right.
It's been out for what, 4 months?
October 8th.
Since October 8th. Pig Walk's also a name on the track. So why'd you decide to name it Pig Walk?
Well, title song, first song on the CD, and we just kept it Pig Walk. We never really thought about naming the record. I mean, that was just something that just evolved and happened. The song Pig Walk basically revolves around people who take advantage of those who have lesser than, you know, they pig walk over people, bullies in society, not necessarily a cop, where a lot of people go, oh, it's a cop song. I'm like, no, it's not an anti-cop song. We're just everybody, bullies in life that, you know, push you around, whether it be on the white collar level, the blue collar level, the musical level, your neighborhood, whatever, family, just people who generally pig walk over others.
Right. Now, you grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
No, I actually...
Where'd you grow up?
Well, we all kind of like kids from all over. I grew up kind of all over the world. I'm a military brat, so I claim South Carolina as my home. But we're all from Atlanta, Georgia. That's where the band originated out of.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about the background of the band? Where'd you guys meet? Well, you said to me that the band was out before you became the actual commercial, the real singer.
The band hadn't played out. The band had been in the basement pretty much doing their thing. And I ran into Rich at Pizza Hut, working there, making
Rich is
our guitar player. Rich Ward, the metal ambassador, okay? The man is the rock god. He has the title of metal ambassador, man. You just don't know. But I ran into him at Pizza Hut. And everybody pretty much moved to Atlanta from wherever they came from. I think Rich is from North Carolina. Corey, our new bass player, he's from North Carolina. Bud is probably the only one that physically was born, I think, in Georgia or lived in Atlanta for the longest. And that's where the band originated, Atlanta, Georgia.
Now, when you started out in Atlanta, you were playing all like the local scene in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
How big did you get in Atlanta before you made it to like the big time?
Big time? What big time?
Well, this big time. I mean, you are popular. You are very popular. I mean, before you got signed, I should say.
Well, we've been we've been touring. Band's been together for about 9 years. We've probably been playing out active about 7 years. Touring around the States for about 4 years. We were on the circuit in Atlanta. It's been hard for us. I mean, when we first started, I mean, we even got blackballed for a year.
Why's that? What happened?
Bad boys, man. Not taking no mess from anyone, you know what I mean? Just not letting anyone, like the club owners, step on us, not getting paid, you know, just let people know, hey, we're not this young kid band.
You can't pig walk over us, right?
Exactly, you know, push us around, so we out there snapping necks, you know what I mean, to get our reputation up.
That's where you came up for the idea of Snapping Necks, right?
Very aggressive title.
Snapping Necks was their first album, which came out about, when did it come out?
It came out in 95. We did it in 94, though. 95? What's it? 97? Yeah. We did it in 94 without a record deal. And our management, who we love a great deal, Drastic Measures and Willow St, had a favor due to them, or they knew the guy, Joseph Newens, who was our producer of the first record up in Franklin, Tennessee. And he just had a favor due or whatever. He could help us out. He wanted to get his hands in a heavy project. Also, he had 8 award winners come out of his country studio. So he's like, hey, I want to try something new. You know,
so you were like, okay.
I mean, the studio was fabulous and all, but we went in under strenuous circumstances. It was a little difficult to do the record, and it was pretty much a project that we went and recorded, handed it to him, he handed us back to us. So that's why a lot of people go, well, how come the transition from Snapping Necks to Pig Walk is kind of so much different or more advanced or more aggressive? I wouldn't say it was that. They just think that the production was more or less the key to the second record.
Right. Now, on your first album, Snapping Necks, you know, as you said, it's not as hard as, excuse me, it's not as hard as Pig Walk.
Right.
No, you're saying that's just because
because of the production and engineering from the jump. I mean, if the guitars aren't pumping, crunching, you know, the finished product is not going to be as heavy.
So Stuck Mojo was always hard like that, right?
Yeah, live performance, man. That's why a lot of people were, you know, kind of disappointed when they got the first CD, but it's still great material. I mean, if you listen to it, they were like, well, live you guys rock, man, but on CD it fell a little short. So I know in my mind, I had to really put forth a really great effort on this on the Pig Walk.
Now, on the songs and everything, who's the main writing influence on all the songs?
Rich. Rich Ward. He writes most of the music. I write most of the lyrics.
Lyrics.
Yeah, but we all come up with song concepts together.
Right.
We sit down, we talk about issues that we all want to cover, mainly reality issues.
Yeah,
things that
all
we
of
deal
you.
with every day, things that are tangible. You know what I mean? Not Fantasyland type lyrics or gangster lyrics or devil music or whatever people want to characterize metal as. But we're pretty much a voice of the street.
Right. Now, you said that you're, reality-based, and I can see that because all of your songs are about, if nobody knows about Stuck Mojo, which I do recommend you find out about, all of the songs are reality-based, all stuff that goes on. On all of your lives or just life in general?
Our lives and life in general.
Right.
You know, I mean, if you think about it, you look at TV every day and you get saturated with a lot of garbage, and that's where propaganda came from. You know, that was just more or less mixed messages that the media is giving you, and like the first sentence is 10 minutes of death, murder, destruction. I mean, if you think about it, first 10 minutes of a news program is all about bad stuff. You know, they never start out, hey, brand new baby boy. Yeah, hey, how you doing? Brand new baby boy was born today, or so-and-so made it 8+, or, we came through and discovered a cure for something.
It's always, welcome to the news. Somebody died tonight.
Right, exactly. Oh, pipe bomb, Atlanta, Georgia. It's always something terrible.
Were you there with the Olympics?
No, we left. We did opening ceremony at Masquerade. And you were asking me about the scene in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, it's a great scene, but it's a hard scene. It's a true scene. Like the fans support us 110%,
right.
And we really worked hard to get to that level. I mean, now we started out doing like 5 our friends. 5 to 10 people with our friends. Now we can pack out Masquerade, sell Masquerade out, which is a 1,500-seater to 2,000.
Stuck Mojo has made a big name for themselves in the hometown, right?
Yeah, hometown, the Southeast, now pretty much all over the world. We're on Central Media Records,
right.
So we had an opportunity to go overseas last year. For
How'd they receive Stuck Mojo?
Man, better than we thought, actually. We did what was it called? The Crossover 2000. It was mainly Central Media bands. All different music. We had hardcore, we had metal, we had us, and it was Slapshot, Stuck Mojo, Marauder, Power of Expression. I'm missing a band here. Oh, My Own Victim, Kentucky's finest. Kentucky.
All from the Midwest area, right?
Who?
All these bands are from the Midwest. Well, I mean,
Power of Expression is from Germany. Slapshot's from Boston. We're from Atlanta. And My Own Victim's from Kentucky.
The funny thing that you just said, you said there was hardcore, metal, and us. Right. In that last so what do you classify as Stuck Mojo? I know you consider it a class all its own?
Kind of, sort of, but we always carry the middle flag. But I have a different style of vocalist on top.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we've tried to, establish ourselves as our own being, because there's always comparisons to other bands in our genre and our peers, and we want to, not a new sound, we just want our own sound.
Oh, so everybody's going to say they sound like Stuck Mojo,
right.
they sound like Stuck Mojo.
Exactly, it's always, well, Stuck Mojo sounds like this and this and this, and then when you come see us, it's like, nah, I'm sorry, they don't sound like this band, Rage, 311, Downset, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And,
now they're saying,
I give props to all those bands. I can't take nothing away from them. But we've seen all those bands. Urban Dance Squad, we've seen them all. Biohazard. I was like, how can y'all compare us to Biohazard? There's no comparison.
No way.
You know what I mean? So we're like, okay, we're going to concentrate our efforts to make sure we separate ourselves and establish ourselves as an entity or a force to be reckoned with in the music industry.
So now people are coming out and saying, hey, they sound like Stuck Mojo.
Well, I don't know.
That's what they're going to be saying. That's what they're going to be saying.
You, Mr. Pig.
Yes, I'm Mr. Pig.
Here's your K&T.
it wasn't anything on purpose or, yeah, we want to be this and this, but, you know, you just kind of grow together as a band, and then you start finding yourself and start finding your avenues and finding your ways, and then, you know, you evolve into what we are now, which is, I love it, man. I don't want to give it up, ever.
Now, the world of metal today, what do you think about that? You know, the stuff going on with metal, bands like
on the bubble, man. Great bands.
What do you think about like other bands going mainstream, like Metallica turning into?
All I gotta say is, those guys can do whatever they want. They've put in their time and effort. You know, the only thing you can object to is them telling their fans that they're not metal anymore. I think that's the only thing that you can object to, and then some of their dress code. But hey, so be it. You know, I'm not gonna knock them for making money. You know what I mean? For so long, they've been just wearing black and headbanging. You know what I mean? And you know, they say, hey, we ain't got nothing else to prove as a metal or heavy act. Let's try and do some other things. Fine, so be it. Fine and dandy. More power to you. Right. You know, that just gives us room. It gives the bands on the bubble a chance to rise to the occasion, like the Machine Heads, the Fear Factories, you know, the Mojos. There's so many good bands that are on the bubble that aren't really heard and recognized because of commercialism, of alternative music taking over the airways. So we've suffered a blow. I didn't really want to get into all that because I'm not crying about it because they're killing themselves off and I could care less. Right. You know what I mean? We're still here.
Doing what they want.
Right. We're doing.
Speaking of all this commercialism, I've been asking around. I've been going on the computer. I've been trying to find out. Stuck Mojo, you guys. I know you guys have video footage. Right. Do you have actually any completed videos?
Yeah, we have two. We have one for Snapping Next, the first one, and we also have one for Pig Walk.
Now, the whole MTV thing. Now, what happens with MTV when you go to MTV and you say, hey, play one of our Stuck Mojo videos?
They've told us no 3 times.
And what's the reason? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Well, okay, I'll take that back. They told us no once. The second time, we were supposed to play on Super Rock. I mean, Headbangers Ball. Headbangers Ball got yanked off the air. They were supposed to play on Super Rock. Super Rock got yanked off the air. So, I mean, we missed 3 times. They're playing the video on MTV2. We're getting mad spins overseas. Now, this is the catch-22. European MTV has embraced us. I mean, the girl that does the Headbangers Ball over there, she's all on us, man. I mean, she's so much.
Literally?
I mean, not literally. I'm saying, you know, she's really helped us and advanced our careers overseas. She picked up on the band and really dug us. Vanessa, by the way, I'm sorry, her name is Vanessa. And she put us on the Best of 96 show. We went in, we did a live taping of the show. They loved it. They said we're probably one of the best live bands to come in and do it. And it was 8 o'clock in the morning when we did it. So, I mean, we're trying to generate all this energy, and there's nobody there but just cameras in our face at 8 o'clock in the morning. Right, but, I mean, it was great because we just were all amped on being able to do it at the moment. Right. You know, we go in and watch a little video back, and they go, do you want to do it again? We go, yeah, let's do it one time. Right. You know, we'll go in there and pump it up a little more. And just the European thing is just a little better for us. I mean, they don't have the saturation of commercialism as we do over here. They don't have the TV video like we do over here. They have several video shows. You know, we played on Viva, we played on MTV, we played on satellite TV out of Poland, we played on another video show out of Holland. So they pretty much spread the wealth all around.
Right. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, describe a Stuck Mojo show. What the average person will see at a Stuck Mojo show.
Full contact, baby. This is our sport. You know, we're all pretty much competitive in our own minds, and none of us play sports anymore because we're all broke up and old, so we all took it to the stage. And we pretty much just all out, balls to the wall, man, just full throttle, just come ready to sweat.
Everybody sweating.
We don't care. Young, old, we got our demographics from 8 to 80. 8 to 80.
I don't think a little 8-year-old is gonna like it much in the pit somewhere. Boom. Unless it's like RoboCop's son or something.
Though, them little kids be woo. they be going out for. Oh yeah, they go. All right, there you go. Pass them over. But yeah, the Stuck Mojo show is just live, man. It's from the time the bell goes off to the time it ends. The last buzzer, man. We're doing it, man.
Keep going.
Oh yeah.
Now you said you were what other places besides Europe have you been well received?
Well,
how about Japan?
Recently, yeah, I was about to say that. We recently signed with JVC Distribution in Japan, and they re-released Snapping Next, and they released our EP. We hadn't talked about that either. Right. We did a Violated EP that was actually pre-production stuff. that we sent back to the label. They dug it and said, why don't we do something a little special for the European crowd before you come back over, because we didn't tour on the first record overseas. So basically, we're coming over with the first record and the EP and new material to come. And JVC, Japan, re-released Snapping Necks, did Violated, and did Pig Walk. And we've been pretty much a good reception over there also.
Hoping to go to Japan and play like Tokyo and everything.
We got an offer to go to Japan, but it was only for like a couple days, and it just didn't work out monetarily.
You got to stay and see all the sights, right?
Yeah, of course. But it didn't work out monetarily, so plus we're also busy. We had other tours. We were overseas again in November and December with Life of Agony. We did that tour. And it's not the first time going out with Typo either. We did a week with those guys this summer in Texas and Arizona. And we just stay busy as possible. And Life of Agony, by the way, let me tell you, are super, super guys. That was probably one of the better tours I've been on and had a pleasure of going out with and going overseas with someone. You know, you go overseas, you hope that you can get along with everybody. When you're over stateside, you can care less, you know what I mean? But over there, you just want a family atmosphere, and we shared the bus together, and we had a great time. And these guys are super cool, too. Typo, man, I mean, Peter, first day we did it with those guys, he came to me and asked me to do Kill the White People. I was just like, whoa, you want me to do a song with you? He's like, yeah, man, sat down, talked to me for a while. He did his homework on Stuck Mojo, super, super cool, and I did Kill the White People.
You gonna do that tonight?
No, I don't think so. First night out, we didn't get a chance to do it at sound check, so.
Okay, let me just, before we wrap things up, let me ask you something. How's touring life been treating you?
Oh, man, I break my ankles for you guys on the road. I came out with a sprained ankle, and I sprained my other ankle while I was on stage. But I love it.
and you haven't got shot?
No, I haven't got shot.
Nobody has rolled up on
man, no. I was sitting up in the van.
They burned you, though. They burned you.
I got a little. Well, that was from, here's a story.
of a lovely lady?
Yeah, after
hopefully.
The Machine Head tour, we went out with just by ourselves at the first of the year of '96. And we had another drummer, by the way, by then, and we were in a bucket that we called the Bucket. It was an RV. We had no heat. We had no defrost. And we were up in the northern Midwest in the dead of winter, okay? And we had a baby sun kerosene heater sitting in there. And, it's a little RV where you had the benches that you sit, like, back and forth from each other. Yeah. So we're all sitting there, and I was, like, sitting on the other side, I was facing this way. And I, like, brushed up against it, and I'm like, baby son, I'm on fire.
Everybody's looking at you like, what you been smoking?
Yeah. What's that smell, Bonz?
I'm on fire.
Exactly.
No, I want some of that shit too.
And the way that ended was in that RV, man, we got towed to the gig. I mean, the trailer got towed and the RV got towed. We got towed to the gig in Ohio, man. It was.
I bet people thought like, hey, man, that's weird. That's a weird looking tour bus. I guess how they do it.
Tow truck, but we've been through some up and downs on the road, but we stuck it out and stuck it together, man. So it's been pretty good.
Right.
And we do have 2 new band members. I want to get that in.
Right.
Corey French Lowry, he's a new bassist, and a new drummer, kind of new drummer. He's been in and out a couple times. His name's Butt Fonzere.
And just tell me what you told me about your old bassist from the Snapping Necks and the stuff before.
He retired. He gave it up. He got 2 little girls at home that he wants to raise, and pretty much he couldn't stay out and be as busy. And I think the direction of the band is also something that he didn't really want to go into as heavy as we got. Right. So he just said, he told us 4 or 5 months in advance, he was letting it go. He's like, first of the year, guys, I'm out. Do the Machine Head run, and I'm gone. Right. And the drummer tried out for Machine Head.
So, what was that?
The drummer tried out for Machine Head.
So, did he?
He didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
No.
Oh well. But Machine Head's been losing drummers left and right.
We flip them more than they do, though.
Okay. All right, one of the last questions. I just want, now you've been in New York. Mm-hmm. Have you gotten anything about the local bands here in New York? Have you gotten to see any local people, local shows?
I don't even, well, the only band that I know of that's kind of on the upstart was Orange 9. Yeah, and we haven't had an opportunity to tour with those guys. They want to go out with us, but we just haven't been able to have our schedules balanced out to where we can do something. I don't really know much about the New York scene. I'm always somewhere else.
Right.
So,
any advice for any local people out there to starting out just like you?
Man, just stick by your guns, believe in yourself, put on your tunnel vision glasses, and don't listen to critics. I mean, you're going to have constructive criticism, you're going to have destructive criticism, And you need to be able to decipher it for yourself, have a great management team or a great team behind you.
Look out for the record.
Right, look out for yourself. CYA is the name of the game because no one else is going to do it for you. And just hang in there, and your turn will come.
This is the notorious BONZ from Stuck Mojo BONZ. This is Marcello for the Warlock Domain. Stuck Mojo touring with Typo Negative. Their new album, Pig Walk. Do recommend you get it. Their old album, Snappin' Necks, and they got a new EP coming out called...
No, it's already out there.
Already out.
You can order it through record shops. It's called Violated.
Violated. And this is Marcello for the Warlock Domain. Catch you later.
Thank you.
This one we want.